Mayor Ted Wheeler is asking the Oregon state government for help managing what he sees as some of the biggest issues facing Portland. First, and at the top of his list, Wheeler wants incoming Oregon Governor Tina Kotek to declare a state of emergency on the homelessness crisis. So what would this do? It would allow Portland to use emergency management or disaster resources to address homelessness. This could mean using the National Guard to help set up designated camping sites. And it's part of the city's plan to ban street camping and move homeless people to 6 large tent encampments, a plan that currently lacks locations or enough funding. Wheeler says an emergency declaration could also allow Portland to purchase supplies from FEMA subsidized lists. Wheeler is also asking for changes in how we care for people with severe mental illness. This year, through our KGW investigative series, Uncommitted, I talked to a lot of people who explained how Oregon's high standards for involuntary care, civil commitment, forced mental health care are high for a reason to protect civil liberties, but can lead to a lot of people not getting the care that they need. For example, Brenda Gardner, a parent of a person with severe mental illness, said people like her son Eric, who's turned down mental health treatment in the past, are left in this cycle without answers or help.
As far as I'm concerned, the homeless situation is an open-air psych ward. It's those people that should be in psychiatric facilities or in supported housing with a caseworker that checks on them, are instead living on the streets and being treated like animals.
Wheeler is asking the Oregon legislature to lower civil commitment standards in the 2023 session, making it easier for people to be forced to get mental health treatment. He says these reforms should be linked with expanded community mental health treatment efforts to avoid sending people to jails, emergency rooms, and the already full Oregon State Hospital. Next up on his wish list, Wheeler wants help on Portland's roads, specifically to hopefully catch illegal drivers and car thieves.
Tragically, over the weekend, we had multiple traffic crash fatalities. Driving fatalities affect everybody in our community, and sadly enough, tonight, a 24-year-old man is killed by somebody that was driving extremely fast on a residential street.
Mayor Wheeler wants the Oregon State Police to help Portland police with traffic enforcement over the next year, both to reduce traffic deaths and catch people stealing cars. Our investigative reporter Kyle Aboshi worked on an investigative series earlier this year called Injustice as well, looking at Oregon's broken public defender system, another priority of Wheeler's in this list. There aren't enough lawyers to represent low-income defendants, and that means people accused of a crime are left waiting for a lawyer. Some cases are being dismissed outright, and some victims aren't receiving justice. So Wheeler wants pay parity and other resources for public defenders. Wheeler says the lack of public defenders is actually eroding faith in the justice system and contributing to a public safety crisis here in Portland. Here's Willie Choatson, one of those public defense attorneys.
It's hard having too much work to be able to do, knowing what best practices would look like, but not having the time to do every single thing that would help my clients and help my cases.
Mayor Wheeler lists affordable housing, workforce funding, Medicaid funding eligibility, and police academy funding as other priorities on this list from the legislative session. Now, just last week, I joined Oregon Governor-elect Tina Kotek on her first of her listening tour around Oregon. She had 3 priorities that she listed: behavioral mental health care, early childhood education, and housing as well. So we'll see how those those different priorities align between Wheeler and Kotek in the upcoming session. That session starts on January 17th. Evan Watson reporting for KGW News.